What makes organic food organic is that it has been produced without the use of synthetic pesticides or fertilizers and is produced from organically grown seeds.
It takes out all the hormones and things.
Keep preservatives and things like that out of our food.
Most of the food is probably preservative-free.
Pesticides and things they use, the chemicals aren't in organic food.
Basically what it means to me is it's grown by farmers who don't use pesticides, and as far as like meat goes, I feel like it means like the animals aren't kept in like pigs, they're kind of like out on free range.
For meats and dairy, the other additional requirements are that they're not given synthetic growth hormones or antibiotics and that they are fed organically grown.
I do try to eat healthy. I'm sure most of it's grown locally. Keep in mind this is not all my food.
No, the least healthy thing in my diet is this. That's where I get most of my calories.
Sugar chocolate syrup is probably the most unhealthy thing that we have in here.
It's the only thing I have organic is my milk. My milk, and this is my roommate's milk.
A lot of it's organic and a lot of it's local.
Just buy some expensive organic baby spinach.
I try to eat organic eggs.
Usually my produce, I eat organic. Any like proteins like chicken.
I really try to eat as much organically raised meat and dairy as possible, and then I focus on vegetables and produce.
Not so much.
Sometimes it's just the cost.
I try to, but as a college kid you don't really have much money, so.
The reason most of this food isn't organic is just because organic is expensive.
Sometimes double, it depends on what it is, but I can tell you the milk difference is probably like a 60% markup to 100% markup.
I am not really a big proponent of organic foods just because my personal budget.
I just don't have the money. And I know that's the case with me.
Usually some people will look at organic food and think it's kind of snobby and just more expensive.
I think a lot of people do eat organic food and believe in it, and I think they should. I think more people should eat organic. I mean, I would love to eat more organic food, so hopefully it's not a trend.
I kind of group eating organic with like going green, and I think that's why it is so popular in this area.
I think it's definitely a growing trend. I am hoping that the trend will stick around and it's not just kind of a fad.
In the student community as well as the greater populace, I don't feel that there's a fad for organic foods. I feel like this has been a slow growing trend over the last 30 years and that it's here to stay. Benefits of organic agriculture for the environment and the earth primarily are the sustainability of food production, in that there's no excess of input into the crop versus what one gets out. There's more of a recycling when one starts composting and planting cover crops and so forth. And then the most obvious thing is that it doesn't contribute to the release of a lot of poisons and pesticides and fertilizers and petroleum products into the water tables and into the ecosystem.
How helpful it is to the local economy as well as preserving our natural resources.
Organics are not all they're cracked up to be, and when given a choice between a certified organic food item that has been transported halfway around the world to my table and a more conventionally produced item that was produced here in Watauga County or fairly close by, I would prefer to choose the latter. I'd rather eat locally in season, and I hope that people would embrace the organic ideal, but to take other things into consideration when they're making their food choices.
Could potentially be healthier, but there's more to health than just what you eat.
My philosophy is that you put all the good things you do and all the bad things you do in the balance, and hopefully the good outweighs the bad. Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Stop it.